Hours before the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange, the financial district became a fortress. It was virtually shut off by police officers who were ready and waiting for Occupy Wall Street protesters. Organisers predicted tens of thousands of people would show up and promised to stop traders from going to work. They were wrong on both counts. A few hundred surged towards the Wall Street entrance but couldn't cross the police line. The NYPD arrested more than 100 people for disorderly conduct.
There's little doubt the Occupy Wall Street movement has lost its momentum. And it's hard not to imagine organisers will be disappointed with the turnout on their 1 year anniversary. But many insist that they are still relevant and have drawn attention to critical issues in an election year.
The once completely taboo idea that corporate capitalism is okay and that it's even doing anything beneficial for this country, that idea is now being questioned, and it wasn't before.
But it's a far cry from the Occupy movement late last year. Zuccotti Park in downtown Manhattan became the symbolic base for what became a global phenomenon. Their rallying cries were widely repeated, and their message was co-opted by some US politicians.
In the last few decades, the average income of the top 1% has gone up by more than 250%.
But Occupy hasn't been the same since New York police evicted demonstrators from the park last November. Organisers say most of the donations have been spent largely on defending several hundred arrested during protests. Lawsuits alleging police brutality are still moving through the courts, and there are reports of deepening divisions within the movement. Some say while Occupy has lost momentum, it did change the debate.
If I say to you 1%, 99%, you know what I'm talking about. Very important to change the vocabulary. When the vocabulary changes, then the walls shake, and the vocabulary did change.
From the start, the protesters were unwilling to be tied to specific goals or policy ideas, but they're determined to keep fighting for economic equality.
We're very proud of this first year, but we know that is a long-term struggle and we're going to be in it for many years to come.
The challenge they may now face: how to recapture the world's attention they need to produce real change for the 99%. Kath Turner, Al Jazeera, New York.